I've already gone ahead and uploaded my entire enhancement rotation. You can click the link below and you'll be able to see that. I decided, however, I'm going to include an entire TellMeWhen tutorial to how to make a basic rotation. This won't go into any of the major complexities of the rotation, as I think most of them are fairly simple to figure out once you actually put some logic to it. If you have any questions at the end of the video, I can definitely answer them. Now, I'm on a different shop, and this one has nothing. Nothing has been set up. It has bare bones UI. As you can see, TellMeWhen, nothing's there, no icons. So, to start us off, we need to make a basic rotation. The most basic rotation is simply Storm Strike, Lava Lash, Frost Shock, and Unleash Elements. So to do that, we right-click the first icon, and that'll bring up the menu. We'll have to click on the bottom tab name, and we're good to go. The icon type will be Condition. You can change the custom texture to Storm Strike, or really anything you'd like to represent Storm Strike. And we are on our way. The condition for this to appear is we add a new condition. It's a spell cooldown for Storm Strike. All this does, when we exit everything out, is that while Storm Strike is available and ready to use, it will appear on screen. As soon as we use Storm Strike, it's gone. If you have Echo the Elements, then you can go ahead and use it twice. Now, the second thing we have to add when we open the menu again is the next icon. We'll right click here. That one will also be a condition icon for Lava Lash. So we'll go to the condition tab on the bottom, add a condition, spell, cooldown, Lava Lash. It also has to equal usable. Now, if we leave it as it is right now, both icons will appear when we exit out. However, they act independently of each other. If we use Lava Lash will disappear. If we use Storm Strike will disappear. Now, this may be how you want to set it up. That's entirely your choice, but for the purpose of this video, the idea is to have only one icon, which is what you're supposed to cast, appear on screen. To do this, we open the menu up again, right-click on Lava Lash, and we'll have to add one more condition. The easiest way to do this is to right-click on Storm Strike, drag it onto Lava Lash, and choose the option Add As Icon is Shown. What this says is, right now, while the icon is shown, that means that the spell is usable. If we set it to Hidden, the spell is no longer usable, it's on cooldown. By closing everything, Lava Lash disappears. We hit the target, with Storm Strike, Lava Lash will appear. As that is the next spell in the rotation, it will appear. If we wait, Storm Strike comes back on and overwrites it. Simple enough. We can go ahead, right-click on Lava Lash, drag it onto the next spot, and copy it. Right-click on there, and now all we have to do is change a few other options. Frost Shock, go to the main tab, change the texture to Frost Shock, and we're working on our next spell. Back in Conditions, we have to just copy by right-clicking and dragging and choosing Add as Icon is Shown, and set it to Hidden. Now, when both of these are on cooldown and Frost Shock is usable, it will show up. And there you go. That's a basic rotation. Now, Maelstrom Weapon is where things get a little odd. Generally, I like to make two different icons for it. One of them will be simply a condition icon. We'll give it the Maelstrom Weapon icon, and the conditions for it will be the following. The most basic conditions are that 1. All other spells are on cooldown, which we can do by adding icon is shown to all 3 and setting them to hidden. Now all these spells are on cooldown, and we add 2 more conditions. This time we click that and go to buffs, debuffs, a buff by stacks. The buff we're checking is Maelstrom Weapon, cast by us, and it has at the very least greater than 0 stacks, which means 1 and more. We'll set another one, buffs, debuffs, buff stacks, again for Maelstrom Weapon, cast by us, and at the most, it has to be less than 5. What this says is anytime Maelstrom is between 1 and 4 stacks. Oh, I added a condition. We press OK. Anytime Maelstrom Weapon is between those stacks and all other spells are on cooldown, hard cast a lightning bolt. So let's go ahead and try this. Hopefully we won't hit 5. We hit 5. So we'll just go ahead and delete that. And now we're not getting any. There we go. So we had one. So we would hard cast a light. Simple as that. Now, I would add another icon, but we ran out of space. To fix that, we can right click, go to main options in the bottom tab, and just add more columns. Go back to main, and we'll click the new icon. Now, this one is also going to be a condition icon, also with Maelstrom Weapon, or really any icon you'd like, but the conditions here are different. The condition for this one is simply buffs, stacks, Maelstrom weapons are equal to 5. Now, let's set this to Maelstrom. Now, if you have the set bonuses in the newest tier, we actually have 10 stacks. So the best way to set this would actually be greater or equal to 5. What this will do is, in case you have 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 stacks, it will show up appropriately. So this is mostly just an advancement for the future. We press OK, and we'll run into one major problem. When we hit the Maelstrom stacks at 5, you'll notice that 2 icons actually appear. When Stormstrike comes up, you'll see what I mean. One for the Maelstrom at 5, and one for the Stormstrike. That's not what we really want. Maelstrom at 5 should take priority over all else. The easiest way to set this up would be to click and drag this, and again, copy as icon is shown, set it to hidden, for all icons that require it. Which is really just these 3. Now, we don't need to do it for this second Maelstrom Weapon because it already is set up to not show up at 5 stacks. By doing this, what we've done is when we hit 5 Maelstrom Weapon stacks, which currently we're not hitting any, no matter what spell is on the cooldown list, it will be overwritten by Maelstrom Weapon. As you can see down at the bottom, Stormstrike is off cooldown, Lava Lash is on cooldown, everything's available, and as soon as we use the Maelstrom, Stormstrike will appear. That's a basic rotation. You can go ahead and add in, according to Icy Veins or anything, as you see fit, in the exact same order you see here. The best way is to add them in the order as you read them, and the conditions to follow. Now, one other little thing I like to do, or rather 2 things I like to do, is right-click on the groups, go to Group Conditions, and add 2 conditions. One of them will be Unit Attributes Exists. This says, yes, I have a target. Number 2 will be Unit Attributes is Hostile, which we can do by clicking Unit Reaction. This means, yes, I can use spells on it. You will find a number of times where you hit neutral targets that you can't attack, friendly targets, or other things, and it's quite annoying to see this pop up on the screen. The way it's set up now is that you will see nothing when you target nothing, a friendly target, or yourself, but as soon as you target an enemy, the icon will appear. The next quality of life change I've made is clicking on any of these, going to main options, and changing it a few ways. Number 1, I set it to 1 column with as many rows as I need. This makes it easier just to position it in the center of my screen or anywhere else, as there's no confusion as to where the icon will appear. The second is to go to layout direction, change it from right then down to right then up. What this says is that as we created them right, now they're going vertical. Now, if we left it as such, what you'd see is as we use these icons, they'll appear in the order we set them, vertically. They'll just keep going up and up and up. No matter how many icons we make, it'll just keep going vertically. This can be fixed by going back in, right-clicking any of them, going to Icon Sorting in the main options, changing it from Icon ID to Shown Always Respect Hide. Press OK. And now, they'll show only at the bottommost icon. No matter what icon it is, that's where they'll appear. Makes it much cleaner, much simpler to see. Now again, I have a full enhancement rotation set up on the other video. Feel free to go and check that out. It's set up and very easy to customize and drag things around, hide what you like, and it's also already set up for the tier 18, so you can go ahead and take advantage of that. If you'd like to make any other rotations for any other classes, this should be enough information for you to do so. I hope you found this video helpful, and have a good day.